Fellas, hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Hey, this is what you play high school football for right here. This is why you do it. This is why you grind in the summer. That's why you put the time in the winter time, fellas, for moments like these. All that work you put in right now for moments right now. You're playing your crosstown rival, okay, with a chance to win the Max Blue Championship, clinch a playoff berth, and possibly home field advantage in the playoffs. But I'll tell you something right now. At the end of the day, you're playing a football game. Okay? Remember, that energy you're feeling right now, okay? Hey, harness it. Harness it. Okay? Hey, what's our golden rule we have? That's right. We have 3 of them. You're darn right. It depends on which one I say first every week that comes out of my mouth. Hey, do your job. Do not be a hero. You have 10 other guys out there that are doing the same exact thing. Just do your job.
The 5th installment of our 2019 Rivals Series, and this with a ton on the line. A playoff berth, at least a share of the Mac Blue title, and to possess the Cecil V. Brick Fowler Trophy, more commonly known as the Brick. This was so big, Detroit Lions All-Pro and our own Hungry Howie's Mr. Football ambassador, Darius Slay, had to take the 2-hour drive to come check this one out in person. Port Huron had a Mr. Football back in 2012 with Mark Chapman. This, a good old Crosstown Showdown in the easternmost piece of land in the state of Michigan. Port Huron Memorial Stadium hosting the Big Reds going to battle versus Port Huron Northern. Estimates said between 6,000 and 8,000 people on hand to bear witness. 53rd meeting between these two Mac Blue adversaries, both teams 5-1 overall, 3-0 in the blue. Let us begin this one in the first quarter. First drive for the Port Huron Big Reds. QB Phil McKay drops a dime to Dawson Leffler. He'll polish off a 31-yard score. Big Reds out a fast 7-0. But on Northern's ensuing drive, a proper retort. Senior running back Theo Ellis up the gut, and you gotta wrap up if you want to bring this man down. 20 yards out, and we were even at 7. Later, Huskies caught a break on a missed field goal, but couldn't capitalize. Big Reds get a piece of this punt, set themselves up in Northern territory. First play, McKay finds Brandon Westrick diving into the end zone. Missed PAT, but Port Huron up 13-7 with 4 minutes to go in the half. Huskies offense resolute. Seth KLINK doesn't see an open receiver, so he'll go alone. Looks for the pylon, but a big hit by Shaka Brown out of bounds at the 1. No worries, KLINK will finish the job. Port Huron Northern went into the locker room up 14-13. Mother Nature made her presence felt in the second half. Rain and wind a factor, but no issue for McKay. 12 of 21 for 202 yards and 3 scores. 6'4" Blake Bland in the back of the end zone. Big Reds back in front, 19-14. Go for 2, trying to make it a 7-point lead, but the throw too tall. To the fourth quarter we go, and this is the first play from scrimmage. KLINK looks to scramble, but out of his ear hole finds Nick Platzer open in the flat. He'll do the rest. 38 yards to the house. KLINK with 97 yards to the air, 88 on the ground. Huskies back up 21-19. The Northern defense stepped up and forced the Big Reds to punt. James DeLong slides to his left, catches it, breaks a couple of arm tackles, going to cut back across the field. He'll wind up all the way to the Port Huron 15 before he's tripped up. Huskies back in business. And DeLong was determined on this drive. Open on a crossing route, a little stop and go action to get by the defender. Pay dirt. To the PAT. High snap. The kicker, Jonah Mitchell, grabs it, pitches back to who else? DeLong, a little fire drill, and he'll find Luke O'Hare in the corner. This completed the 2-point conversion. Huskies up 10, 29-19. But the Big Reds not throwing in the towel by any means. Drive down inside the 5. Najir Finney in motion. He'll take the handoff, reverse his field, and fight his way in for the 4-yard score. Big Reds only down a field goal with 2:30 left. Just one timeout. onside kick attempt. Northern's Platzer falls on it. Huskies only need a first down, and then it's victory formation. They'll get it. Big push from the O-line, and backup running back Isaac Ullenbrecht moves the chains, forces the timeout. Ball game. For the third straight year, the Brick stays with the Huskies, and for the fourth straight season, Northern is in the playoffs. Most importantly, at least a share of the MAC Blue title and bragging rights in this crosstown clash. 29-26, the final score.
This is probably, let me see, this is my 5th year. I mean, this is probably my 10th, 11th game. I would rank that as one of the top ones. There's no bar none. This was a great football game tonight. And the weather did a nice job holding off for us. So, you know, there was 2 great communities represented tonight, and it was just awesome. I'm so proud of our kids, man. It always is. It really just the emotion and the atmosphere that's involved with this game. You know, you get done and you just feel so elated for your kids because how much work they put in. And then only it's just being part of the rivalry, but it's you know, it's a share of a conference championship. It's a playoff berth. You know, it's beating your rival. There's so many things that are added up into it that it's awesome.
It was just amazing. Like, amazing atmosphere. Like, I could just tell that everybody was just supporting us. And then on the touchdown, our O-lineman did an amazing job of just blocking for Seth. Seth threw an amazing ball, and I made one move and got in the end zone. I barely had to do anything. It was all the linemen and Seth. And then on the PAT, it was a little high snap. Jonah Mitchell caught it, and I was just asking him to toss it to me. And we practice it all the time of just a bad snap, me throwing it to a tight end, and Luke O'Hara was ready for it. He was right there, and I just threw it right to him.
Sure, no doubt. Like I said, it was a well-played game on both sides. You know, a very emotional game, but you know, I thought our kids played with great emotion, great heart, and great effort. And you know, it's a tough loss, but you know, we'll keep our heads up and you know, rebound here in about 24 hours.
At this point, everything that we've worked hard towards, it pays off right now. You know, the practices going past 6 o'clock at night. You know, it's getting dark, and it just all pays off right now. There's no other feeling like this. Well, I personally, I don't take any touchdowns to heart. You know, I take it as, you know, we got to get better from here. You know, we're going to stop them next drive. Our offense, I have trust in our offense, and I know we can score. You know, everything that's happened tonight with the playoff berth, you know, a shot at the MAC Blue Championship, it's just amazing. And, you know, there's no other feeling like it.
Yeah, I totally forgot. We had every single route going one way, and we had it coming back the other way. And I was about to take off, and I looked up, and he was taking his drag across the field, and I just threw it over to him and did the rest.
Sure. At that point, you're like, oh gosh, I'm so glad I didn't take off.
Oh yeah, because if I would have took off, I would have got hit pretty hard. So I'm glad he was there to dump it off to. Oh, this is a classic. I'll never forget this game for the rest of my life. They're a hard-hitting team. They came out and they stuck every single play, and like probably the hardest team we played this year. So it was a lot of fun. And everyone's gonna remember this game for the rest of their life.